Hello inflatable fans, I hope you're all well. Heading out to Selby Canal. I want to test that eFin again with the bigger battery that I've got because that's arrived. Been a bit of a weird time just recently. The weather's been absolutely dire. Today, this Sunday, which is at the end of November, is like we've had really bad weather yesterday, we've got really bad weather coming tomorrow. This is the calm in between the two storms. So I'm getting out and doing a bit while I can. Not really been able to arrange much with the group for similar reasons. A lot of the rivers are in flood or unpredictable. So yeah, we haven't done a lot. Plus, I've got a new project going at the moment as well. You might have seen some of the videos. I've started bouldering.
Don't know why, but I'm worried about jumping down from here.
Anyway, I'm heading over to Selby. Let's get there. Oh, and I've got some new gloves to test. Woohoo! Right, that's sun. So this is where we are. Can't tell whether the flow on that is from wind. I know that the river air flows in from where we're going to head up to, and it flows all the way down that way to the River Ouse. Have a quick shifty. I can see a fisherman down there. Yeah, I can just see his float in the water. Anyway, that's not important. Let's get set up. Woohoo! I'm actually looking forward to being out. It's been a while. The eFin is in, and this is the new bigger battery. Now this is supposed to last 2 hours on full pelt, and I can't remember exactly what it is on sort of like an average speed, and then that's the one that it came with. So yeah, that's the B2 and that's the B8. As you can see, there is a considerable difference in size. Both of them are fully charged. I'm tucking that one underneath there as a spare just in case I need it. Now, Selby Canal is a 5-mile canal from beginning to end. So if I go down that way, it's about 3 miles and 3 miles back, and then another couple of miles that way and a couple of miles back. I don't know whether I'm going to end up doing a lot, depends on how things go speed-wise, but my plan is to head down in that direction. Also going to be testing out some heated gloves, but I'll do a separate video on those because I'm not going to be doing so much paddling. I kind of need to stay warm, so I've got heated socks on, although in all honesty I did forget to charge the batteries for them, so they ain't got much life. And I've also got a heated gilet underneath my dry suit. I've only got it set on low because I don't want to cook. Anyway, enough daftness. Let's get this in the water and let's get moving. Right, I'm in the water and I am getting taken towards Selby town centre, which is a bit weird. Definitely think I'm going to need shades today because the sun is slung low. Right, let's get moving. I think I'll just get out from underneath this bridge. Yeah. Alright. And we're off. Just need to adjust the trim a bit, I think. Sounds like something plugged in it already. Just need to adjust the trim. I think that's got it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this as a paddle assist today. So I've set this on a nice gentle speed. So without paddling, without assisting, doing about 2.7 miles an hour, 2.8. And according to the remote, round about 1500 RPM. Now what I don't know today is how much I'm going to let the motor do the job, do the work. Or how much, well, whether I intend to paddle assist. I don't know yet. I think if I get cold, I'll end up paddle assisting. That's one of the advantages of these, I think. So, 3 miles an hour with a gentle paddle assist. It is a beautiful morning. I haven't been on here for ages. It'd be good once we get past the traffic of this bridge behind me, it'll be a bit quieter. That's one of the nice things about this canal, is it doesn't take long before you kind of get into a real countryside bit and you leave all the kind of traffic sounds behind. It's nice. One thing I haven't really done with this eFin is use it as a paddle assist. All I've done so far is predominantly just use it to drive the boat. But if I've just got it set so that it drives straight like I have now, it's doing all right. It's quite nice. I've only got it set on a slow speed, just so that when you stop, you just keep moving. And of course, that's always handy when you want to do this. Nice. I've got a new French press coffee mug. It's good. The previous one started to make the coffee get cold. I think the vacuum seal had gone. It's unfortunate because I really like that one, but this one's doing all right so far. Because if you're like me, you can't beat real proper coffee. Proper coffee. None of that instant crap. Tell you what. These heated gloves, they feel so nice when you put them on. Oh man, winner. I think where this eFin comes into its own, or where any eFin comes into its own for that matter, is when you're paddling into a headwind. So I've got a slight headwind today. I'm not going to tell that from the ripples on the water. And one of the big advantages for me is, when I turn the camera around like I've just done now, I'm still moving. I'm not getting stopped by the wind and then started to be blown backwards. They're really quite useful for me. Unfortunately, at the moment, I've only got two boats that this fits. And that's this, the Aquatec Ottawa and the Aquamarina Halve. So I am considering buying another tubular boat. And I've got a couple in mind, including the Aquatec Hudson, and I saw one, was it the Verano? Yeah, it might have been that, I can't remember. And that was a reasonable price. Just weighing things up at the moment. I had to buy a new vacuum cleaner recently. So yeah, got to consider the pennies. Anyway, I think it's time to give this a little bit of speed. Woohoo! We're off. So what we're doing? 4.3 mile an hour into the wind. Nice. 2,300 RPM. Check out the bow wave. This is fun. Oh man, this is fun. Can you hear those occasional like bits of debris getting chopped up by the prop? So a bit of a stronger breeze here. 3.8, 3.9 mile an hour. I've got this locked in on cruise control at 2,300 RPM at the minute, but it's still moving along nicely. I still, in this boat, prefer I prefer to use the throttle trim for steering it. I find this boat's just too damn jerky when you use the steering lever, but the throttle trim control in it is so much more gentle. Yeah, that's why I want a kind of another tubular boat. I'm not the biggest fan of the Aquamarina Halve. They attempted to kind of duplicate the Cirrus, did a shit job. Don't mind it as a camping boat from time to time because it's big. As a one-person craft, it's big, so you can get a lot of camping gear in it. Don't mind it for that. Well, that's about it. Not the most comfortable craft either. So yeah, quite a strong headwind here. Probably getting picked up on the Nano. So the bigger B8 battery is supposed to have, as I say, about 2 hours on full kilt, and that's optimal conditions. So if I'm going into the wind like this, that's not going to do 2 hours. No way. It's already showing down on here as 76%, doing 4 mile an hour, so 75% now. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop it down, because I've had a bit of fun with this. I'll put it on sort of like full pelt on the way back, I think, but I've also got the spare battery too, and I've set my timer so roughly I can get a gauge to see how long it lasts just in general and how many miles we do. We're not too far off a mile now actually. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to slow this down. Right, so I've got it set to about 1800 RPM, which is just steady away. That is a nice paddle assist. We've just gone past Burton Hall Bridge. What have we done? 1.8 miles. Currently got this on 1900 RPM, 71% battery life. So nearly 2 miles, and we're doing all right actually, quite enjoying it. See that big yellow thing up there? Yeah, it's one of those days where that thing is a bit of a nuisance. As much as it's nice to see it after we've had so much rain and stuff, today it's been right in my eyes the whole way, just trying to get out of this boat. You can see it's not like the where the sun line is, and my head was right in it. All you see is silhouettes. It's a bit annoying, but enjoy the nice weather while you can, Carl. Stop being a grouch. So yeah, so this is West Haddlesea. Let's have a quick look at the old remote. Got to find somewhere where we can see it. Right, 62%. What's happened is this went down to about 50, but then when it settles, it kind of climbs up a bit because the I don't know, I guess it must have an active rate and then what it's actually got in it. So we'll have a break, and then on the way back, well, I'll have the wind behind me and the flow from the air, so it should run even easier.
Well, that doesn't look pretty.
Yeah, that doesn't look pretty at all. Ooh, cold porridge, beautiful. Yummy. Time to get moving again. So this has remained at 65%. Don't know whether the camera will pick that up. So that's easily going to get me back, especially with the backwind and the river flow behind me, the canal flow behind me. Anyway, let's get going. Oh, do you know what? The other thing I'm going to really enjoy is having the sun behind me, because it means I can actually see up ahead now. Nothing's in silhouette anymore. It's wonderful. I'm going to set this around 2000 RPM again. Got it. So it should move like hell now. Horrible, horrible place to live. Got views of idiots like me going past. Nobody wants to see that. Nobody. Nobody in their right mind anyway. Right, I think we'll do a bit more hyperlapse. One of the things I forgot to mention back there was how far I'd done. It was about 3.8 miles, so currently at 4.14. So we're bezzing along at just shy of 2000 RPM, 34% battery life left, and by my estimation still got a couple of miles to go. Might as well just clear the prop out, seeing as I've accidentally turned it off. Right, just hit 7 miles. You can see from there we're pootling along nicely at 4.2 miles an hour. That's without me doing anything. 4.3 that's just got to. Approaching William Jessup Bridge here, which is very close to where we launched. 17% battery life left, 7.45 miles, travelling at around 4.2, 4.3 miles an hour. I think there'll still be enough juice left in this to have a little play with it as a remote control boat. I think there will. And here we are back at Brayton Bridge, 15%. So let's just have a look at what we've done. 7.67 miles on that B8 battery. And I've done a bit of paddle assisting today, but I've pretty much allowed the motor and the battery to power this whole trip. So I'm quite chuffed with that. So I know it'd do more. This is even going up now as I speak to 20%. Now the other thing to bear in mind here today is it is cold. It is around 7 degrees. Those are not optimum conditions for battery usage, outdoor battery usage. So yeah, quite chuffed with that. I'm going to wrap this video up there. If you've got any questions, by all means, pop them in the comments. I have got an affiliate link for these eFins, so if you are interested in one, check out the pinned comment in the description, and the details will be in there, including the link and the discount code. There's a 10% discount code. Alright, that's all for now. Thanks for watching, you take care of yourself. You know what to do about liking, sharing, subscribing, and all that jazz. Alright, cheerio. Do you know what? I don't think I will ever tire of this. Yeah, that. So much fun. What a huge remote control boat. Oh, I just crashed it into the reverse. Under the bridge. See ya.